Long ago, there was a time when a magnificent palace stood in the Valley of Fairies. In the garden of that palace, Princess Halima was sitting beside her father, the king. Spring flowers were blooming all around. The evening air was cool and pleasant, and the king lovingly stroked her hair while telling her stories from the past. But tears shimmered in Halima's eyes. In a soft voice, she said, "Father, I wish Mother were with us today." The king sighed deeply and replied, "I know, my daughter. I miss her very much, too." They were still lost in these emotions when suddenly the queen arrived. "What are you two talking about?" she asked. "Such serious conversation between father and daughter." The king smiled and said, "I am thinking of making Halima the queen, so she may focus on her responsibilities and not remain sad." "Oh, really?" The queen expressed happiness and stepped forward to gently pat Halima's cheeks. "Congratulations, my dear daughter." But inside her heart, the fire of jealousy began to burn. This must never happen. If she becomes queen today, what will be left of my status? I must do something. Jealousy darkened her heart. I will never let her wear the crown. Time passed, and Halima continued to grow wiser and more graceful. The king taught her the principles of ruling the kingdom. A true queen must always have a heart filled with justice. Halima now truly looked like a queen. Even the people began to say, "She is the true heir. She is our queen." These words became wounds in the queen's heart. One day, the king announced in the royal court, "In a few days, Halima will be crowned." The entire kingdom celebrated, but the queen felt empty inside. One night, the queen secretly summoned the minister to a hidden chamber. "I have an important task for you." The minister, whose heart had already changed, was waiting for such an opportunity. "Poison the crown in such a way that whoever wears it will immediately lose consciousness." The minister hesitated at first, but then the devil within him rose. "If this is done, many doors will open for us." The queen placed her precious jewelry at his feet. One jewel was enough to kill his loyalty. A few days later, the crown was ready. It looked priceless, but in reality, it was the silent knock of death. On the day of the coronation, people gathered outside the palace. The fragrance of flowers and the sound of music filled the air. Happiness was everywhere. "Long live the king!" Yet Halima still felt the absence of her mother. "I wish Mother were here today." That day, the queen said to her personal maid, "Today is my day." But the maid looked into the queen's frightened eyes and silently prayed to God for something else. By noon, the ceremony began. The king held the crown in his hands and asked Halima to stand before him. As soon as he placed the crown upon her head, her face suddenly changed color. Her body began to tremble and she collapsed onto the ground unconscious. Under intense scrutiny, the queen finally broke. "I did it," she confessed. "I ordered the minister." The entire court held its breath. The king's heart shattered. "Arrest the minister. Imprison the queen." The queen stood frozen. As soon as Halima opened her eyes, she understood everything. "Father, forgive her." The king was shocked. "What kind of mercy is this?" "You are the true heir of this kingdom," he said softly. With time, Halima fully recovered. A new crown was prepared, one that symbolized justice and love. "Long live our queen!" The royal court echoed with applause. "What have I done?" the queen cried. O Allah, keep me steadfast upon justice. Mother must be watching me now, Halima whispered. Yes, my daughter, the king replied. Surely. The palace was once again filled with colors of joy. That day was dark, but this day was bright. Halima had passed the test of destiny.